Going to Vietnam soon? Awesome! But don't make these rookie 7 mistakes unless you want to turn your vacation into a live comedy show. Trust me, as a local, I've seen it all. Tourists try to cross the street and freeze in the middle of traffic. Bad idea. Tourists walk into temple with tank tops and flip-flops. Bad idea. And you know what's even worse? We'll find out in this video today. So the other day I saw this news that honestly cracked me up, but also made me feel a little bad. A foreign tourist bought this beautiful votive paper horse as a souvenir. It was colorful, unique, and honestly, it looked like a great find. The problem here is in Vietnam, those paper horses are actually meant to be burnt as offerings for the dead. Yep, it's like buying a mini coffin and gifting it to your friend. As a result, the airline refused to let him bring the paper horse on the plane with the reason the size exceeded the allowed luggage. Luckily, he's in Vietnam, the land of kind and friendly people who eventually gave him the actual paper horse that wasn't for funerals so that he can have something to bring back home. Moral of the story? Learn a little bit about the culture before you go. It can save you from a lot of embarrassing and even offensive situations. Also, in terms of giving gifts to your Vietnamese friends, make sure you avoid giving chrysanthemums. The flowers are used during funerals and they symbolize death. And a huge tip, please don't give chrysanthemum to your girlfriend, wife, or your mom, okay? Avoid giving knives because they're pretty sharp and quite dangerous to give to your friend, unless your friend is a chef. But in Vietnam, it represents bad luck and danger. Don't give handkerchiefs because they represent goodbye and sadness. Avoid giving anything involving number 4 because it represents death as well. The lucky numbers are 6 or 8. And some basic Vietnamese manners that you should know, such as don't touch someone's head because it shows disrespect, don't wear shoes in the house, or cover up when you visit temples or pagodas. I made videos about things not to do in Vietnam and basic Vietnamese etiquette, so make sure you check them out to avoid those awkward situations. A lot of travelers think that they can swipe their card everywhere, but nope. Not in Vietnam. Some shops might say that they accept cards, but then you might hear, oops, the machine is not working. Not sure if it's true, but anyway, cash is king here in Vietnam. We locals mostly use apps like Zalo Pay or Momo, or you can just transfer the money via bank accounts or scan the QR codes. But as a tourist, you might not have the access to those since you need a Vietnamese account. So make sure you have some Vietnam dong in your pocket, especially for taxi, street foods, or small shops. Also, if you travel to some rural areas in Vietnam, make sure you carry cash because of these following reasons. First, transaction fees. Smaller businesses don't want to lose a percentage of their already thin profits. Second, the internet reliability in some rural areas can be spotty, so they don't even bother with POS system. And third reason, habit. So make sure you bring some Vietnam dong with you when you travel around Vietnam. In my Ultimate Vietnam Guidebook, I include the whole cash section so that you can distinguish between the 20,000 and the 500,000 Vietnam dong and some tips about using cash in Vietnam. So make sure you check in the description box below. Now, yes, Vietnam has amazing Wi-Fi. It's pretty much everywhere. But the moment you're off the grid in a city like Saigon or Hanoi, you're standing in the middle of traffic with no clue where you are. Yeah, you're gonna wish that you had a strong internet connection. I always recommend my friends and you guys to set up an eSIM before you land, and my go-to is Silly, who I trust to be the sponsor of today's video. It's affordable and it works in over 200 destinations. Wherever you travel, either globally or regionally, you will have the internet connection that you need. Plus, it's very easy to install. You can just go to Settings, Cellulars, and activate your new eSIM. After a few minutes, your eSIM can be ready to be used immediately. And the great thing is that you only need to install once, and if the data runs out, you can just top it up on the app. Super easy and convenient. Seriously, don't rely on the airport Wi-Fi or hope that your hotel will have a good signal. Get that silly eSIM with an exclusive 15% discount by downloading the app at silly.com/pho and apply the code PHO, PHO at the checkout. Last but not least, an eSIM can help you use the translator tool to communicate with the locals and can help you avoid the next mistake, which is... No, not everyone speaks English in Vietnam. Even though you might get lucky in big cities where young Vietnamese people love practicing English, but if you step outside of the tourist areas, it's a different story. Learning just a few words like cảm ơn, thank you, or xin chào, hello can help you go a long way. Locals will seriously light up when they hear you try, and it shows respect and it makes your experience way more authentic. I even make a video to help you learn basic Vietnamese in just 15 minutes, so make sure you check it out. Fun fact, Vietnam has the S shape, so Vietnam's weather is wildly different depending on where you are. So let me break it down for you. In the north, including the most visited places such as Hanoi, Hạ Long, Ninh Bình, Sapa, Hà Giang, etc., we have 4 seasons. In the winter, it's cold, like jacket cold. I've seen tourists in flip-flops freezing in December and thinking it's beach weather. It's a huge mistake. Make sure you pack your proper winter clothes and warm gloves. You'll thank me later. Central Vietnam such as Huế, Hội An, Da Nang, Nha Trang can get slammed with typhoons between September and November. You could be sipping coffee one moment and watching streets flood the next. However, it's still fun to travel during this time because it teaches me to not take sunny days for granted. South Vietnam, like Ho Chi Minh City, 2 seasons, hot and hotter. In short, dry season from January to June and rainy season from June to December. When it rains, it pours, so make sure you bring your umbrella and ponchos. Overall, Vietnam is generally beautiful all year round. Just make sure you pick your travel time and pack wisely, and everything will be fine. I made videos about what to pack to Vietnam and the best time to visit this beautiful country, so make sure you check them out. Well, this one is tricky. A lot of tourists think that they can take photos or fly their drone anywhere. But in Vietnam, that's not always the case. In Vietnam, you're not allowed to film or fly drones in certain places, such as government buildings, border areas, some temples, pagodas, or even some public places like Quan Kim Lake or Landmark 81. If you want to fly your drone legally here in Vietnam, you need the permission from the Ministry of Defense, which can take up to 3 weeks, and the cost is between $350 to $700 US. Flying without the permission, or you risk to get your drone taken away or being fined. So for this trip, maybe skip the drone or do your homework. I leave the detailed link about the drone rules here in Vietnam in the description box below so you can check it out. By the way, if you like my travel videos, which require a lot of hard work behind the scenes, like asking for permission or talking to the government officials, sometimes it requires a lot of patience. So make sure you give me a subscribe or a like so I know that I'm doing a good job. Thank you. I get it. Pho and bánh mì are absolutely delicious, but Vietnamese food culture is insanely diverse. And if you only stick to the classics, you're missing out on 90% of what's out there. If the place has full of tourists, has big food photos, and with English menus, you know it's a tourist trap. The locals usually eat at normal restaurants with low chairs, plastic table, with no menus. They just come in and order, and the restaurant is only specialized in 1 or 2 dishes. And no, people aren't secretly trying to feed you cats or dog meat when they say tiểu hổ. That's mostly myth, and the locals just trying to mess around with you. In fact, not many people eat those meat anymore, and dogs and cats meat are banned in many places such as Hội An. So be brave, Try something new, eat where the locals go, and dive deep into the full flavor of Vietnam. Vietnam is one of the most incredible countries that you've ever visited, and like anywhere, it always helps to be prepared. Avoid these common mistakes and you'll have a smoother and richer experience in Vietnam. And let me know in the comment below which of this surprised you the most. I love to hear from you guys. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more local tips, food guides, and cultural insights. I include everything in my Ultimate Vietnam Guidebook, so make sure you check it out. And it's the way to support your favorite creator as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!